Okay guys, we're going out for round 3 now. Some adjustments I made since the last trip is I lowered the motor 1 mounting hole. I'm gonna see if that helps reduce vibration by keeping the prop a little bit lower in the water in a better place where it's supposed to be. To shore up the mounting, I added this mounting plate up front. I had to modify it slightly to fit, but I was able to get it to fit. Redid all my connections around there, so all that has been really tightened down. Hoping that's gonna give a much more solid connection. Wasn't bad before, but again, this is just all helping to make sure this is nice and tight. Also, as much as it pains me to do it, I had to put a couple more screws into the floor here. I noticed that even though I riveted down the sides, the center was kind of bowing up a little bit on the water. I think what happens is when you're on the water, you know, the water weight compresses the sides of the boat a little bit and it caused the center to bow up, which I think was contributing to it vibrating a little bit. So I added some anchor points where all my braces were. I put like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 more screws onto the floor here. It made this, you know, a lot more solid. Gonna see how that affects the overall ride now. Other than that, everything's working really, really well. Curious to see how this affects my speeds. I was able to get up to 27 miles an hour going with the wind last time I was out. All right, it's the morning, it's cold. I wanna get out on the water, see how this all works, hopefully do some fishing, land the first fish. We'll see how today goes. All right guys, well I'm back out on the water here. I got my favorite helper with me. She's enjoying her tablet time. We just did a bunch of fishing, not much catching, but the changes I made to the motor, perfect. Really took away a lot of that shaking I was feeling. I think the problem was that the motor was mounted a little too high and the prop was running in turbulent water instead of smooth water a little bit lower. After lowering it, completely different feeling, nice and smooth the way I expected it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more testing with the motor now, see what kind of speeds we can get. I was getting 27 at the very top of a perfect condition. I'll see if I can come close to that now. The RPMs are sitting around 5750, which is honestly right in the sweet spot. So let's go ahead and give this motor a test. I'm gonna head out there, try and do some fishing under and around that bridge, but mainly just wanna run the motor for a little bit. So here we go. Notice, nice and smooth. No shaking. Kick it up on the plane. That's 17 now. A little bit of shaking from the water, but normal. All right, open it up. Okay, so we're in the no wake zone now. We are running beautifully. All I can say is that was such a huge change. Huge change. We are running so much smoother now. I didn't hit 27, but we're also, I think we're going against the wind a little bit. Not that there's much, but that's how I was able to get over that 26 was I had a tailwind. But yeah, it's working great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and idle under this bridge, see if we can catch some fish and hopefully land our first one. Another monster. All right, see you later. All right, guys, well, after having the boat out for a couple times, I am so happy with how this is turning out. Honestly, at this point, I don't have anything I need to fix, change, or adjust. At the moment, the boat is just ready for fishing, so I am really happy to have reached this point. Of course, it's not done. There's a lot of stuff I'm trying to add and rig to the boat, but for now, at least I know the boat is functional and working. However, the trailer needs some love. Overall, it's been working as it should. I'm not having any major issues, but it's kind of an eyesore in relation to the boat, and there's a couple upgrades and changes I want to make. Okay, well, overall, that is a pretty killer color.